Hello and welcome to the Double Talk Corona Cast. I'm Mark Steffen here on the Las Cruces channel, and filling in for the not vacationing anymore, but the hibernating Michael Mandel is Jason Estrada.
Thank you so much for having me. And what's going on, Las Cruces channel community? Thanks for having us here.
Jason, this is your first time on the show.
First time. Watch it a lot, but definitely first time.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself then.
I run digital solutions with my business partner, Michael Lerner, and we also have the Everything platform, which is everything Las Cruces, everything New Mexico, and everything Albuquerque on Facebook.
So tell us what digital solutions really is.
So digital solutions, we're basically an internet marketing company. We manage people's Facebook pages, build websites, software programs, databases, and then also show you how to run your social media pages, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
So you're involved in advertising as well?
Yeah, advertising, marketing. We also do have printing as well. We do full service printing, t-shirts, banners, backdrops.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you should make us a banner for Double Talk.
I would love to. I would love to.
You know, we'll give you free credit at the end of the show. How about
awesome.
that?
That would be awesome. And then we also have a podcasting studio now that just got set up that we're opening next week for people in the community that have something to say. They don't know how to produce their own podcast, but they know they have a good voice and want to come down and talk. You can come check that out at our studio. So that's pretty good.
I was starting to think that there were too many Corona podcasts showing up because people have nothing better to do.
Well, yeah. So if you want to talk about it, you can come down to our studios and at least it will look professional, backdrops, green screens, mics, good. And all that stuff. Or if you want to talk sports or talk about what's going on in the community, you can definitely come down.
Awesome. Now, everything's closed down. All the schools have been closed down for quite a long time.
Yes.
But we just found out this week that the Doniana Community College intends to open somewhat in August. Most of the classes are still going to be virtual and online, but they feel there are some classes, like labs and so forth, that they just need the input of a teacher with the class. So several classes will be open, and they're going to have directional walking. This hall you walk this way, this other hall you walk this way, so you don't have to come in close contact with other people that much. Of course, everybody will still be wearing masks and taking care of their hygienics and that sort of thing.
So they're basically starting their hybrid system before everybody else is.
Yes. Now, what about public schools? Do you think they should open? The governor pushed back on the opening dates on those things.
They did. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that come into play when you're talking about public schooling. A lot of people, I feel like, want their kids to go back because they want another daycare system, which is not really the right way to be looking at this. We want to keep our kids safe. We got to keep this generation safe. But opening, I don't know, hopefully this year. I think we have a smart enough teachers and a smart enough community to see how you can protect these kids and do it safely.
Well, if the class size is already jammed with 35 kids, how are you going to have safe distancing?
It's going to be very difficult. I'm actually excited to see how they're going to do it at bigger schools. I have a little bit of familiarity with charter schools because my wife is the principal of a charter school, and they have enough room to socially distance and do a hybrid system. Plus, they're getting all their students Chromebooks. They're setting them up with mobile hotspots at home. So charter schools, it seems like they're on the cutting edge of how we're going to do this properly because they can't get shut down to lose their charter and then therefore lose their school.
Right, we have several charter schools in Las Cruces. Dolores Huerta, they're looking for a new place to have their school. They were in the old Denison building on North Main Street, and that thing really needs to be torn down.
Yeah, it does.
And
it does. You're definitely right. You're definitely right on that.
Yes. So we'll see. The thing about it is, with no school, there's no school zones that you have to drive through.
There isn't.
At 15 miles per hour.
Nobody blowing a whistle at you if you are
That's
going.
Right. And
the speed limit even.
And the problem with those schools, those school zones that really make me mad is they're operating, forcing you to slow down to 15 miles an hour before school has even let out.
Yeah, that's
not a kid in sight.
Yeah, that's kind of. I think people are going to stop paying attention to them altogether. They're going to just put that flashing light out of their mind after 4 months of seeing it, and they're not having to slow down. It's out of sight, out of mind now, I think, when schools come back.
Yeah, so there's no school this semester. Well, then, no school zones. Yay!
Yeah, you really do not like the school zones.
Well,
did you have a thing with the crossing guard when you were a kid or something that it just ruined it for you?
Actually, when I was in the 6th grade, I was the honorary crossing guard at lunchtime.
So you're on the other side people had a problem with you because you were it's like to be in the school monitor. You just don't
Exactly. And when it rained, I got to be the hall monitor, which I much preferred.
So you were that guy in school.
So yeah, I have an authority thing.
Yeah.
So hey, do you remember that Tai Chan debacle where
Hotel E, right?
Where 2 cops from Santa Fe were transporting a prisoner from, I think it was California. They came through Las Cruces for some reason. They took the long cut, and I don't know what they did with it. I guess they stuck the prisoner in jail. They got a room for the night at the Hotel Encanto. Then they went to Dublin's Bar and Grill, where they ate and got drunk on their ass. Then they went back to the hotel and got into
a little skirmish.
I don't know what kind of an argument it was. I don't know if it was a gay thing. I don't know what it was. But Tai Chan felt in danger of his life, and so he pulled out his gun, and as his partner ran away from him down the hallway, he put 5 bullets in his back because he was fearful for his life.
That's crazy.
And trigger happy cops. And anyway, he went to court on 3 separate occasions, and each time it was a mistrial. And so his 3rd trial was coming up. His 3rd trial. And finally the judge said, that's it, no more, dismissed. So he's free man now to be a trigger-happy cop again, I guess.
I guess it's whoever decides to look at the self-defense law in a certain sort of way, because that doesn't seem like self-defense. He wasn't defending himself.
Exactly.
The guy was running, so that's pretty
right, well,
crazy.
They were drunk, and his victim, who was the other cop, the victim's family is suing Dublin's for allowing them to get that drunk. But they weren't driving. They took a cab there and back. But you're still not allowed to serve intoxicated customers.
So the family's suing Dublin, not for them drinking there, but for not cutting them off.
Exactly.
Huh. That's pretty interesting. But still doesn't give someone the right to shoot someone in the back, even being... I know me and you might... We're going to drink a little bit today, I guess.
We are. Let's get right to it. Usually that's the first thing we do. What we have today is cheap box wines. And we're going to compare them. I've got 2 different brands of Pinot Grigio, Liberty Creek and Sutter Home. Let's start off with Liberty Creek.
Can I say a disclaimer just for me? I know it said tasting box wines with Jason Estrada. This is the first time I've ever tried any. I'm not the box wine connoisseur, so if you message me on Facebook and say, hey, which box wine should I get? I'm probably just going to tell you the cheapest.
Okay, upright your glass. The cheapest. Well, a lot of times with cheap wines, you get what you pay for.
And this is what?
This is Sutter Home Pinot Grigio.
All right.
So here's what Michael and I do.
Clink the glass. Clink through the glass.
This would be better, more chilled. I've drunk this before.
That's actually all right. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I really did. I thought it was going to taste like rubbing alcohol and dirt. That's not too bad, right? Or are you a wine drinker? I don't know. I'm not a real wine drinker, so.
I am. I have champagne tastes.
Okay.
On box wine.
The only box wine I think I've ever had is that Franzia stuff. But that was a bunch of bad high school decisions that caused.
Yeah. It's better than Boone's Farm or something like that. Ever have that?
Yeah, Boone's Farm with vanilla ice cream. Ooh. Write that down, everybody. It's actually delicious. It's going to give you a headache and make you sick. So this is the other one.
I prefer it.
Yeah?
Personally.
I prefer the other one.
Do you?
Yeah, I prefer the other one.
Of course, our palate, we should have cleared our palates.
Yeah, we should have. Nice palate cleanse.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually prefer the other one. How much do these cost? What's the cost on these things?
$2.99.
$2.99.
This one is either $2 or $3.99. I think it's $2.99 at Walgreens.
$2.99 at Walgreens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good time for cheap, I would say.
For the price.
We're about to find out.
You can't complain.
Yeah, for the price.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually surprised. I don't know why I had this thing in my head that these were going to taste just awful, but it wasn't bad.
There's some actually halfway decent box wines.
Yeah.
A friend of mine used to have a box of red wine right next to his bed.
Oh gosh. What do they call that?
What do they call it?
A good time.
Day and night.
Day and night.
He'd sit there in his bed and watch TV and get his wine down the hatch.
Yeah, that was actually not too bad. When you guys told me that we're going to do this, I was like, oh man, this sounds like heartburn and a long day.
Now, when we come back from the break in the second half of the show, we're going to try this black box Merlot and see how we like that.
Yeah, that looks kind of scary, doesn't it? Anything black and in a box that's wine is kind of...
Well, when your name's Black Box, it's got to have a black box. Now, there's been a lot of, restaurants were allowed to open for a little while there.
Yes.
And then the governor put the kibosh on that. And now they had to close unless you have an outdoor patio.
Right.
Or an outdoor area. Lorenzos
Right.
put up a tent outdoors.
Yeah, shout out to Marcy Dickerson, by the way, for helping these restaurants get this going. And all these restaurants banding together, small, big, all these restaurants banding together, it really shows what Las Cruces is all about. I really appreciate it. I love it.
Yeah, lucky for her, she's got outdoor patios.
Yes.
And she's making it happen.
It's 111 outside, though, today, or something crazy. It's like 195 when we walked in.
Was it really?
Yeah, it's so eating on a patio doesn't seem like it's still...
Yeah, even if there's shade, who wants to do that? Or even if there's fans.
Yeah, and then you got to think about family members. I mean, maybe if me and you went and had a glass of wine over there or something like that, we could sit outside and there's misters. But what if myself, my family, have a 9-month-old son?
You may not want to expose the kid to that kind of...
Yeah, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot.
I live... The nearest drinking establishment to where I live is the High Desert Brewery.
I love the High Desert.
Now, they have an outdoor patio.
Yeah.
You may not go in, you may go in and order, but you may not go in there and sit and drink.
Yeah. I think I've only actually eaten in their patio. I love their patio. High Desert Foods.
Yeah, I was at the patio a couple of weeks ago. It was fairly pleasant. People were experiencing distancing, as they should. But when you're eating and drinking, you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, we got ours, just in case.
And, how
do you feel about this?
About all the restaurants closing?
Yeah.
Well, I understand the reason for it.
Right.
And my heart goes out to the proprietors of the restaurants who are losing big time money. But what can you do? What do you think about it? You think it's overkill?
I think it's overkill. I think that small business owners and restaurants, which is a huge economy in Las Cruces.
In the country.
Yeah, in the country. But especially for New Mexico, we don't have that much going on down here in Doña Ana County. My heart goes out to them, but I still feel like they're in a better situation to keep us safe than big box stores and gas stations and things like that are going on.
But the exposure rate of the COVID-19 is rising. It's not falling. That's the reason the governor shut the restaurants back down.
I think because people are getting tired of staying in their homes.
They're getting careless.
They are getting careless. Definitely people are getting careless.
I mean, you can't blame them either, really. How much can you take,
Yeah, it's, my heart goes out to them. I want them to succeed. I think they were doing social distancing practices and things the right way, better than box stores, again, way better than other businesses. But to close them down at an unannounced time, not giving them a time to let their employees know and things, that's what I'm upset about. And I think that's what the restaurants were having a hard time with.
Yeah, because they stocked up again.
Yes,
and
which
they
costs
had
money.
And they have larders full of food, produce and everything. Now they have to close. What do they do with all this food?
Yeah.
They lose hundreds and thousands of dollars. What do? Give it to the shelters?
Yeah. So I think that was handled incorrectly. I understand being safe, and we want to stop the spread. One death is too many, and we want to do that.
They should have given them 2 weeks' notice.
Absolutely. At least. At least.
Listen, let's take a break.
Awesome.
When we come back, we'll try this Black Box Merlot.
All right.
We'll move on with the show. This is Double Talk on the Las Cruces channel.
You found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here. Horizon Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here.
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
We are back. This is Double Talk on the CoronaCast. Mark Steffen alongside Jason Estrada from Digital Solutions and Everything Las Cruces. What is that?
Everything Las Cruces is a social media platform here in Las Cruces. Plus, we have Everything New Mexico and Everything Albuquerque. We're actually up to about 40,000. We're actually over 40,000 subscribers, almost up to 41,000. And what it is basically a platform for local businesses to kind of talk about the food that they serve at local restaurants, cleaning services. We just did a video with Cooper's Restorations. He's one of the best roofers in the United States. We actually posted his YouTube video on Everything Las Cruces. It was crazy. He shingled a house in 5 minutes. It was nuts. So we want to give local businesses a platform to talk to the whole community about what they do. And we have a lot of fun with it. We do drinking box wines, not really, but we're going to start. I think we should have a segment on Everything Las Cruces, trying box wines from around the world.
Interesting. Speaking of box wines, that's what we're going to do right now. We're sampling wines on today's show, cheap box wines. Now, these wines are $2.99 per box. This wine, $4.99.
Oh, now we're getting up there. Now we're getting classy.
Yes. I don't need to shake it. Okay,
Yeah.
Let me have your glass.
This one was pretty good, actually, the green box.
Now, this
I
is
like
a
the green
Merlot.
box. It smells good. I like the smell of it.
Rich bouquet.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not great. It's a
Yeah.
box wine. I've had
Yeah.
better.
That's not very good. I'm gonna finish this so we can try one of the other ones. this is not. Guys, hopefully this company doesn't come after me or anything. Black Box, check it out. But it's not very good.
Yeah, if you want to sample some of these others again, you're welcome to.
Yeah, we will. This one, I gotta get that taste.
Just help
out of my
yourself.
mouth. I'm sorry.
That's how we do it on the show.
They have nothing on Marcy's Quartz. I heard you guys did a video with her. That was really awesome.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Now, do you go camping at all?
I love
Camping, hiking in the forest?
Yes.
You know, there was severe fire restrictions in the forest because of the drought, basically. Mm-hmm. But thanks to the recent monsoon rains that we have this time of year,
Thanks to the recent humidity.
most fire restrictions have now been lifted in the New Mexico forests. So you can go in there, you can make a campfire.
So it's s'more time.
S'more
S'more
time?
and hot dogs.
There you go.
And it's 90 degrees at 10 o'clock at night, so it's not like you're gonna be cold out there or anything like that.
You may camp out, have a campfire, pitch a tent, have good old camping like it should be.
Yeah, definitely. Get out there, enjoy some fresh air. Everybody's been at home for 4 months.
Right, you got the woods.
You got to go enjoy some fresh air, especially our beautiful scenery that we have in Las Cruces. I mean, it's just unmatched.
And you go out in the forest, you don't have to wear a mask like you do in town. It's mandated now that you have to wear a mask anywhere you go.
Always wear your mask, guys.
All stores require masks now. Albertsons, Walmart, every store requires you wear a mask to enter. I've seen people trying to walk right in there without a mask. Oh, sorry, sir, you have to have a mask.
They did it to me. I actually had forgot mine, and I just thought it was on, and I walked up, and they're like, you can't come in here. And I was like, why not? They're like, your mask. I was like, oh, man.
What store was that?
Albertsons.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love Albertsons. Don't message me either.
Yeah, so what do you think about wearing masks in public? Some people think it's an infringement of my rights. But
It can. I can see how people can think that, but just be safe. I mean, just wash your hands, put your mask on. It's not a big deal to go like this and walk into a store. It's not that big of a deal.
We don't
and
want
it's a
your
fashion
virus.
statement.
We don't want your virus.
Yeah.
Now, they walk up to a restaurant and it says, no shirt, no shoes, no service. They obey that.
Yeah.
But they can't obey the mask.
I actually appreciate that they're doing the mask now because I've been trying to cover this half of my face for a long time and just show the eyes.
Just
and
for
so
cosmetic
now,
purposes.
For cosmetic, now I don't look like a weirdo. So I'm actually about the mask. Now, it's a touchy subject. It's not really, I mean, I can see how people, it's a my body, my choice kind of thing that everybody throws that out, that argument. We're in the middle of a pandemic, whether you think it's as big as they say it is or not as big. Whether one person dies or 1,000 people die, one person's too much. So put your mask on. It's not that big of a deal. Do not wear your mask in your car, though. It's making me so mad.
No need for that.
People wearing, you guys, it's hot. And then the other thing is I've seen homeless people walking down the street, and it's 111 degrees outside. They're walking down the street. They don't have any water, nothing like that. And I think they think they need to wear a mask. Don't wear it while you're walking. Don't wear it while you're in the car.
Or exercising.
Yeah, when you're I see people walking the dog and they're wearing a mask. There's no one around you. This mask is to protect other people from you, not the other way around.
Right. So, your car is an extension of your home.
Yes.
You don't have to wear it in the car.
That's weird.
I find if I wear my sunglasses with a mask on, my sunglasses fog up.
I wear glasses, so
that?
that's why I'm not wearing my glasses because I'm blind as a bat. But they fog up. It's weird. So the first person to come up with windshield wipers for the mask and glasses people, $1 million idea.
$1 million idea. Right
we want some payback on that too.
Now, the COVID-19 tests have been going on. Donald Trump said anybody who wants a test can get a test. Well, one more lie, because I went to get a test on Wednesday. A friend of mine and I decided, let's go get tests. Memorial Medical Center was giving them Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 a.m. We pulled up, no line whatsoever, pulled right up. We were denied a test.
Which is crazy, because not only did Trump say everybody can go get tested, but MLG said a week and a half ago, right? Everybody go get tested. Here's the times, everybody go. I think I've been tested more than anybody in this town, actually.
Yeah, why?
We're in the media. I go around to restaurants, I do things, and there were certain letters sent from certain people that said we should go
So you're interacting
get
with a lot of
tested
people.
more often than not. Yeah, I interact, I do what you do. I have guests on and things like that with everything Las Cruces. We go to restaurants, go to job sites and things. And we had an interview with the health department, the spokesperson from the health department, right when this started about 4 months ago. And right after that, I got a letter from them saying, hey, you should go get tested.
Yeah.
So, but you being denied is just crazy.
They denied us. They said the state is overwhelmed. They can't give tests to just everybody right now because unless you are symptomatic. Well, I was symptomatic a while back, but I'm fine now. And because I said, no, I don't have any symptoms, really, then they said, sorry, no test.
So if you would have told them, hey, I had a fever yesterday?
Yeah, if I'd lied and said, oh, I got diarrhea and I got this and that and the other thing.
Then they would have tested you?
They would have tested me, I'm sure.
We should actually try that, and we should record it. You going back the next day after you got denied and saying, well, I have a fever now. And see what everybody says. I mean, Corona's not a joke, though. I mean,
it's not a joke.
Wear a mask, get tested.
The test I want is the test that shows if I've had it.
I did that. I got the antibodies test.
Where'd you go for that?
I paid $20 and went to a private lab here in town. That's it, $20. You go online, get it done, go get tested. And you can even do the nasal and swab test. I think it's an extra $30, so for $50, which, I mean, is a lot of money. You don't want to go spend that every week like some people had to.
No, because the hospital doing it for free. CVS is doing it for free.
Yeah.
Or they were.
Well, I think CVS is actually hitting your insurance now or something. I heard about that.
I heard they weren't supposed to do that.
But I can show you, though. Just go online. You can go to labcorp.com and just fill it out and go get the antibodies test and see if you had it or not.
Well, right now, the 150,000 deaths in the United States so far.
That's a lot.
In New Mexico, 634 deaths.
That's good. I mean, just one's good, but the way we've kept it low this whole time is actually pretty good.
Yeah, New Mexico's really doing pretty well compared to all the other states. In Doña County, so far, 19 deaths. Now, most of these deaths are for people who already had existing conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart conditions, etc.
Or they were past the normal living age of a human being.
Yeah, or they're elderly. But if you're elderly, you tend to have problems anyway.
Yeah, so I think in Doña County, don't please, guys, do not quote me on this stat, but it was 19 people, I think, that have passed.
19 died in Doniana.
And wasn't it every single one of them was over the age of 65 and had underlying conditions?
Well, that I can't say. I don't know about that. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think. I don't know. But again, one is too many.
But you see children dying of it, people of all ages dying of it. Cops die of it. It can get anybody. And people you would think are healthy. But all of a sudden, you've got the symptoms, you get tested, they put you in the hospital, next thing you know, you're on a ventilator. Once that ventilator goes on, your odds are about 90%.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that were denying the ventilator, and they were actually had a better survival rate than the people that decided to go on it. It was crazy. There's so much. But the problem is there's so many stats. There's so much news. There's so much out there. You don't know what to believe. So best thing is mask up, stay protected, wash your hands, practice social distancing.
Now we want to mention a few people that we've lost in the past week or so. People think everybody in television knows everybody, and that's true. Regis Philbin passed away at 88. I remember him when I lived in Los Angeles as the host of Good Morning Los Angeles before he made it to the big time in New York. So, Regis, going to miss you.
I've been watching all his old clips on Letterman. He was like the most, had the most appearances on Letterman ever, and I'm trying to do this journalism thing, so I'm going back through history books. He is amazing. He was before my time. But
Olivia de Havilland, the last of the old guard movie stars. She was in co-star of Gone with the Wind in 1939. She passed away at the age of 104.
God bless her.
She hung in there. Also, I want to mention Lou Henson, Coach Lou Henson of the NMSU Aggies.
Yeah, everybody talks about him being coach of Illinois. He's Las Cruces' own, right? Lou Henson. 779
career wins. He's in the top 10.
16th on the all-time list for wins.
Yes, 16, all right? And we also want to mention the demise of Herman Cain, presidential candidate. He went to the Trump rally in Tulsa just a few weeks ago. Nobody was wearing masks, including him. He caught the COVID-19.
Really?
A couple of weeks later, he's dead.
Whoa.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he ran for president.
I know he passed away, but I didn't know that he went to a rally and then got COVID.
That's where he got it. He ran for president in 2012. He was also the president of the National Restaurant Association of America.
Yes.
And so, got to be careful, folks. Like we said, take all the precautions necessary.
Always got to be careful.
So that's about most of the time we have left.
Awesome. Well, I just want to, I really appreciate you guys asked me to come on this show. I really thank you for letting me talk about digital solutions and everything Las Cruces. I love your guys' show. Las Cruces channel, they've been doing it how long now?
Well, 11 years now.
11 years.
Yep.
And then, but you guys have been doing this since like the 80s.
Well, this is my second television show in Las Cruces. The first one ran 4.5 years back in the 90s. Michael and I, again, that won two awards for best interview show, Southern New Mexico.
So I'm definitely going to blast this out everywhere. We need to show the Las Cruces channel support, guys. They're just a local business, just like we all are. And so definitely let's show the Las Cruces channel support. This was a lot of fun. I got to say, I've never been on TV and drinking box wines. We're going to have to do some of Marcy's Courts again, though, me and you for a show.
Absolutely. This show runs on Channel 98 Comcast, and it's also on several Facebook platforms and on YouTube worldwide.
And then you can also go check it out on Everything Las Cruces, this episode, too.
Absolutely. And so that's it for our show this week. Jason, I want to thank you again for showing up.
Thank you so much
for
having me.
And we'll see all of you back here next week on Double Talk.
Awesome. Plexiglass pound.
Absolutely. I'm going to try this again.
I didn't like that one. This one I think was the best.